Very warm welcome students. Students, in synthetic fibers and plastic chapter, you already learnt about synthetic fibers. Now in today's class, we will learn about plastic. Students, you must be familiar with many plastic articles which is used every day, right? Now, what is plastic? Plastic is a material which can be easily molded into any desired shape on heating. It is called plastic. And plastic is also a polymer like the synthetic fiber. So students, all plastic do not have the same type of arrangement of units. In some it is linear, you can see the figure A, and in some it is cross linked. Students, as I already told you that plastic is easily moldable, that it can be shaped in any form. So that is the reason the plastic articles are available in all possible shapes and sizes. Plastic can be recycled, it can be reused, colored, melted, rolled into sheets or made into wires. So that is why it finds such a variety of uses. So you have observed that some plastic articles can be bent easily while some break when forced to bend. So on that basis, plastic is divided into two categories. What are these two types? That is thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. First type is thermoplastic. Thermoplastic, it is a plastic which can be molded and it can be reused by giving desired new shape. Like for example, PVC, nylon, polythene, these are the some common thermoplastic example. And students, you know, thermoplastics are good for making pipes also. Then thermosetting plastic are those plastic substances which once molded, it cannot be remolded by heating. For example, bakelite, then formaldehyde, these are the thermosetting plastic. Then students, you have seen at your home the electrical switches, handle of various utensils. So these are made up of a bakelite, and bakelite is one of the example of thermosetting plastic. One more is melamine. It is used for making floor tiles and kitchenware, etc. Also, you can see here, these are the example of thermosetting plastic, like switchboard. You can see here the plates, some plates are also there which cannot be remolded by heating. Now, this one is the thermoplastic which can be remolded on heating, or we can reused by giving desired new shapes. Next topic is plastic as a material of choice. You have seen at your home, your mother is using plastic containers for keeping milk, pickles, dry food, like they stored these items in that plastic container. So why they use plastic containers? Because plastic containers are most convenient, right? Because of their lightweight, lower price, good strength and easy handling, they use plastic containers. So as being lighter as compared to metals, plastic are used in cars, aircrafts and spacecrafts too. Our next topic is characteristic properties of plastic. What are these? Plastic is non-reactive, plastic is light, strong and durable, plastics are poor conductor. First we talk about plastic is non-reactive. So you know that metals like iron, it easily rusted when left exposed to moisture and air. But if we talk about plastic do not react with water and air. So that's why we use plastic to store various kind of material. It means that they are not corroded easily, right? Including many chemicals also. For example, plastic are not affected by acid and alkalis. Our next characteristic is plastic is light, strong and durable. So you have seen that, like if you talk with your grandparents or parents, at that their time they used iron bucket especially, right? But now these days you have seen that like we are using plastic bucket. So what is the reason why we are using plastic bucket? So the simple answer is plastic is very light, strong, durable and can be molded into different shapes and size, and it is used for various purposes. So and one of the reason, plastics are generally cheaper than the metals and they are widely used in industries for making household article also. So that is the reason plastic is widely preferred these days as compared to other metals. Next characteristic is plastics are poor conductor. Students, you have seen that the electrical wires have plastic coverings and handles of screwdrivers are made up of plastic. Why? So the simple answer that the plastics are poor conductor of heat and electricity. So that is just because of this property of plastic, it is used for making electrical appliances like switches, iron, torches, bulb holders, electrical wires. Now our next topic is some uses of plastic in various fields. For students, plastic is extensively used in the healthcare industries. For example, plastic is used for the for packaging of tablets. It is used for the thread also, which is used for stitching wounds, syringes, doctor gloves, and many other medical instruments are there, which is made up of plastic. So you have seen the vessels of microwave oven that is made up of a plastic. So these are the some special plastic cookware which is used in microwave ovens for cooking food. And you know that like the microwave oven, the heat cooks the food but does not affect the plastic vessels. Now student, there is a special plastic. It is a Teflon on which oil and water do not stick. So it is used for non-stick coating on cookwares. Our next topic is plastic and the environment. So like when we go to the market, we usually getting things wrapped in the plastic or packaged in a polythene bag. So that is one reason why plastic waste keep getting accumulated in our home. As you already learnt about biodegradable and non-biodegradable material. What is biodegradable material? These are the material which get decomposed through natural process by the action of microorganisms. We called it biodegradable material. Whereas non-biodegradable materials are those material which is not easily decomposed by natural process. We called it non-biodegradable material. So students, plastic is a non-biodegradable material, and you know that why? Because it takes many years to get decomposed or either does not get decomposed. So due to this property, due to the non-biodegradable property, it is very major problem for environment. Friends, you know that these days we generally use plastic for various purposes, and due to which we are accumulating plastic waste, right? And you know that the plastic waste is not good for our environment because it causes environmental pollution by accumulation of plastic. Friends, plastic waste does not get completely burnt easily. So when it does not burn completely, so what happened? It release lots of poisonous fumes into the atmosphere, which causing air pollution. So now here the question is, how can this problem be solved? So there are some preventive measures by which we can solve this problem. So you know that the plastic pollution is a serious problem and prompt action is required. So such as we should avoid the use of plastic things. Then we should not throw plastic bags in the water bodies or on the road. Then we should have a practice to dispose of the biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste separately. And as a citizen, as a responsible citizen, we have to remember the 4R principle, that is reduce, reuse, recycle and recover. And we should develop the habits which are environment friendly. Say no to plastic bags because they are non-biodegradable. And then we should always take cotton carry bag or jute bag while go for the shopping. And we should encourage the shopkeeper to deliver the goods in a paper bag which are biodegradable. By using these preventive measures, we can solve the plastic pollution problem. I hope students this topic is clear to everyone. Still, if you have any doubt and any queries related to this topic, you can ask in next lecture. So thank you students and have a wonderful day.